On the 1st of July 2025, Vietnam map has changed overnight. The number of provinces and cities dropped down from 63 to just 34, which is the biggest change since our country unification. While people believe this will help our country to have a leaner and stronger government, but there are still people worried about how it would create new problems and lose the local identities. My name is Chloe. Today I'll guide you to both sides, the drawbacks and the benefit, and also what this reform really means to the futures of Vietnam. So first, start with drawbacks. First and the most personal ones are addresses. People suddenly have new addresses that can barely recognize while the old one no longer exists. They have to redo paperwork, they have to update IDs and deal with constant confusions about the new names. And also the services has been now much harder to access since the province has become much bigger. The people who have lived fathers away from the provincial capitals, they have to travel a long and inconvenient trips to get basic access, such as the government's offices. Simple tasks that used to be done, like renewing forms or submitting documents, now must take a longer time for traveling to get there. Next, and more seriously, cultures and identity loss. Every province in Vietnam has a deep traditions, food, idioms, or cultures or songs that even celebrate its name. But after the mergers, these names no longer exist. People have to phrase like Công tử Bạc Liêu that used to capture the identity of that place. Now, since Bạc Liêu has merged into Cà Mau, that phrase feels unfamiliar and out of place. Or similar to food like mì Quảng, and that has become mì Đà Nẵng. And even though these changes are small, but it shows how cultural symbols that tied to these local names has already disappeared and begun to fade away. Next is the administrative disruptions. Around 79,000 officials has lost their jobs or been forced into early retirement. During the transitions, their governments also become kind of unstable, let the citizens feel frustrated and worried. So yes, these problems are real. It affect our life, our cultures, and our institutions. But they're just temporary. If we take a step back and look at the bigger pictures, we can see that the benefit is much clearer and outweigh the drawback. So why do we need these massive changes? Let me tell you about the benefit. So the biggest benefit of this change is economic growth. With larger provinces, they're now capable of attracting international investors. The unit that combine together, they can combine their workforce, the industry, and their natural resources to boost the development. For example, Đồng Nai, its new province has become much bigger and have a stronger industrial base, and with that, they already set a target of 10% GRDP growth in 2025, which must have been impossible if they still remain as smaller and weaker unit. And government efficiency. Our governments changed from 3-tier to 2 tiers. Overlapping roles are now eliminated. The decisions can be made faster, and the chains of commands also become clearer. People instead of wasting time and money, people can use the resource on what actually we need it the most. The cost savings. From 2026 to 2030, our government expects to save around 190 trillion VND. The public workforce can be shrunk by around 250,000 positions. With this money, we can reinvest into healthcare, infrastructures, and education, which can help our country to develop even further. And finally, a more simplified government. Fewer provincials mean a smoother process. The chains of commands also become clearer. Decisions and also cannot be made faster and easier to manage. So overall, the convenience are real. We have to face confusing addresses, inconvenience, and many other stuff. But if we compare to the benefit we have, such as like stronger countries, or economic growth, or new opportunities for our countries, we believe that they are just a small sacrifice. This reform is not just about redrawing lines on our country map, but it's also rethinking about how we will govern, how we grow, and we prepare for the futures of Vietnam. Thank you.